with us today. This webinar will be about new features in Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management Platform. This webinar is one of our regular events on release overviews, and I hope that you will find it inspiring and insightful. So this webinar will last approximately 30 minutes, and I will be taking questions after the presentation at the QA session. By the way, you can put your questions in the chat, and I will read them and we will answer in that. So let's go to our today's agenda. We'll cover the latest announcements across Dynamics 365 finance and operations and highlight new features with product demos and use cases. Let's start. I want to also, I'm excited to announce our today's speakers. Here with us, Peter. He's our business architect and head of ERP department. He's more than 15 years in IT implementation, and he has more than 15 projects in his portfolio. And here with us today also Andrew. He's more than 15 years in Dynamics 365 implementation and its previous versions. And I also want to highlight that our speakers are really leads in these business directions and are both certified. So from my side, that's all. Please, Andrew, continue.
Thank you, Lana. Thank you for your kind words. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining our today's session. In fact, the latest release of Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management was released yesterday, and I would like to remind you that not all updates provided by Microsoft are of the same importance. The vendor releases 7 updates for Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Management over the year, and only 2 or 3 of them are major ones. The updates are indicated as major if they contain important or critical changes to the system's functionality and related services. Other updates are called minor because they include small improvements, additional configurations, or changes. According to the update plan for this year, the 10.32 update released in March was a major one, and the next major one will be released in September. It means that the upcoming July release will be minor, but it doesn't mean that we have nothing new and interesting to share today. Let me provide a brief overview of changes that are new functionality in Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management, which can help to improve efficiently the value of your business within the official release of 10.035. The 10.035 release contains changes in 2 business areas, planning optimization and warehouse management. You can see the high-level overview of the features on the slide. The latest version of planning optimization supports many manufacturing planning features that were previously only supported by master planning engine. Starting from this release, planning optimization supports bills of materials where some components are a part of a grouped component bag, bottle, or similar. This release fully supports BOM lines with negative quantities, which means that now you can register co-products or byproducts. Previously, planning optimization interpreted BOM and formula lines with negative quantities as those having a quantity of 0 and showed an error if you try to define them. With this release, you can schedule production orders with explosion, so you can view all sub-production orders on hand inventory and transfers related to the sales order specification. This feature allows you to meet the deadline agreed with the customers by managing all scheduled changes for an order at once. Also, with this release, each production order will show both its expected date of completion and its actual start date. Previously, if a production order was delayed, planning optimization would assume that it had been completed at the same day. With these features, many manufacturing companies should be able to move to planning optimization and reduce the time required to run material requirements planning jobs. If we take a look at the features in warehouse management, most of them are about optimization. The main idea of the features is to provide a toolset that allows business bootstrap their initial warehouse management setup, while also helping them adjust the configuration as their business needs change. However, one of the new warehouse features is really outstanding in my opinion. It can be extremely helpful in the everyday warehouse process. I am talking about capturing multiple JS1 label segments. More details about this functionality will be provided by Peter during the next 15 minutes. So Peter, the stage is yours. Peter, your phone is muted.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you. Thank you very much, Andrew. Hello, everyone. I'm very glad to be here and will be happy to tell you and also to show you in the system this small but very useful, in my opinion, feature. The use case for the demo is very easy, and that means it's very common too. So we have a purchase order, and I've created it in advance. And it has only one line. It's very easy. So the items arrived to our warehouse, which is managed by warehouse management process, of course. And we will use the standard warehouse management mobile application to receive these items. So that's it with the use case. As I already told, it's very easy. But before proceeding the demo, I would like to share with you some information about the barcode settings in the warehouse management models parameters. There are actually only 4 settings I'd like to tell you about. You can find them in the warehouse management model parameters, general tab, barcode field group. And first of all, this is a type of a barcode that we will use at our shipment label. We are making a setup for the code 128, and you may ask why it's JS1. And the difference between the JS1 version, which means global standard 1, by the way, and the non-JS1 version, in the first special character in the barcode data. This presents this character indicates that the data in the barcode should be interpreted according to the JS1 specification. I'll show you the possible values of it on the next slide a little bit later, because we have to set it up too. Also, we choose the separator symbol. It could be absolutely any ASCII code character. For my example, I will use tilde. And for the case, if the barcode contains an unknown identifier, you can choose from 2 possible options: skip the data element or error. Both of them are really possible options, and the use case depends on the labels that you or your supplier use. Since I know exactly in advance which parts the barcode consists of, I will use the variant with an error. And as I said earlier, the JS1 barcode contains a special character first. It calls F&SCM, which is abbreviated for function 1. The symbol is different depending on the type of barcode selected. There are 5 possible options, as you can see on the slide. And in this slide, you can see a possible kind of shipment label. The QR code contains the purchase order number, and the code 128 contains information about the receiving items, include such information such item code, quantity to receive, batch number, and also expiration date. I've printed this exactly label, and I will use it for the demo, which I'm about to start. And during my demonstration, I will use my laptop to demonstrate Dynamics 365 supply chain management application. And also I'm going to use my cell phone to demonstrate the warehouse management mobile application. So as soon as I'm going to provide a live demo, I apologize in advance for possible pauses in demonstration because I have to switch the devices and screens. And
yeah, Peter, while you are setting up your demo, I want to ask one of our questions about this setting up. Is it print in the respective report, all of this data about purchasing order and all of this data? Is it could be or not? After setup, is it print in a respective report?
Yeah, after setup, I will show you exactly how to set up those barcode with different identifiers, and it's printing retrospective report in different type of barcodes. Also, you can use it. And also you can change and configure your own configuration and your own design of label or the report if you need so.
Thank you. So, and I also want to repeat all of your questions. You can put in our chat, and I will address this question to our experts. Thank you.
Yeah, there will be a little bit more information about settings. So yeah, maybe I will answer for some questions later in my demonstration.
Yes, one of our participants want to discuss on this feature, I guess. So could we make this discussion a little later after our presentation, because maybe some of answers will be in our in our presentation. Thank you. So let's go further. Peter, could you present us a live demo?
Yes, I'm about to start it, and I will start with Dynamics 365 supply chain management. Please let me know if you can see it. Yeah, everything is fine, I think. And for the beginning, I will start my demonstration with the GS1 settings overview. You can find them in warehouse management model. Setup, GS1, and here it is, several settings. First of all, we will start with the GS1 application identifiers. In this table with application identifiers, the individual parts that a barcode can consist of are configured. This setting is necessary in order to correctly determine the values for each identifier during the purpose of each field. The first one, application identifier, it's a numeric unique code that corresponds to each component in the barcode. And please pay attention that it's not just signed as you want. You cannot just type any number you like. A list of possible identifiers and their values and their formats also is given in JS1 standard. The next field is description, is just a short text comment. Fixed length, it's a checkbox which indicates whether the value of this application identifier has a fixed number of character. Length field is the maximum number of characters in a value, and if the fixed length checkbox turns on, then the length means not the maximum possible characters, but the exactly number of characters you have to use in your barcode. The next one, type. So it's a type of data. There are three possible options: numeric, alphanumeric, and date. The next checkbox, decimal, indicates that the value could be decimal or not. And the last one, checkbox, indicates to include or not to include the application identifier together with the value when the code is scanned. And here's the important thing, that the identifier digits aren't included in the length you type in the field length. And the next settings, and also it's the last settings you have to configure, it's the JS1 policy. So here it is, the rules, how the system has to apply the information it got from the barcode. Actually, in 10.35 release, only two fields added. Those two fields in the top of this form, the field value capturing method and auto submit. The field value capturing method is specify how the individual barcode values should be handled as part of the mobile device flow. There are two options possible immediately, and if you will select this option, process immediately, then application identifier values will immediately be passed to the next mobile device step, even though the record values aren't required for the capture as part of a later mobile device step. And another option, save as default. The application identifier values will be stored throughout the whole mobile device menu item flow and will be used only in mobile device step that require the defined fields. As you can see, for my example, I will use this option, save as default. And the next field, auto submit. Please pay attention also that this option is available only when the field value capturing method field is set to save as default. So its auto submit will be yes. That means you want to automatically submit the mobile device step when the all fields are set. That's very convenient, but I'm not going to use it, but only for one reason, because I would like to make my demonstration clear without automatical switch the screens. And also let me make a short overview about the fields you can see here in the list. So field is actually the field from the mobile application. There is a huge list of possible fields. The next field we already come to its application identifier we saw a little bit early in the previous setting table. Description again from the list of application identifiers. And the last one, allow overwriting. It's a checkbox, indicates whether the value from the scanner has to overwrite the current value in the field. So you can fill some field in your warehouse management application, for example, quantity, use your cell phone, but then you scan the barcode, which contains identifier for the quantity too, and this settings indicates whether or not the value from the scanner has to overwrite the something you put with your cell phone with your hands. Now let's spend a few more seconds and go to the purchase order, just to check that we have a purchase order with the number from our shipment label and the item, the line with the exactly item that we already seen in our label. Sorry, we need a few seconds. I just turn on the system and it have to cache something. So this is the list of purchase orders. And here it is, you can see, sorry, our purchase order 50127. I am going to open it. And also here in the purchase order, you can see only one line with exactly item number we will see in the label a little bit later. And that's it with the Dynamics 365 supply chain management application in my demo. So it's time for me to switch the screen to my cell phone. That means I need several seconds to change my screen.
I like this part of our webinar mostly because we can see real-time demo and it's really insightful. Thank you.
Now I think you can see my screen and I'm going to start warehouse management application. I will make a little pauses because we have some lag between my cell phone and your screen. Don't worry. So at the beginning, I have to log in to the warehouse management application. And now we're in and we can see a few possible processes we can manage with our warehouse management application. And as we start with the purchase order, with receiving parts from purchase orders, so it will be inbound processes. And in this screen, I have to choose a purchase receive. And now my cell phone, my warehouse management application, automatically ready to scan something. Now you can see the label I've printed in advance. You already have seen it in my presentation example. So, and in this screen, our warehouse management application, sorry, expect to enter purchase order number. So I'm scanning this QR code. Everything's fine. And now the warehouse management application expect about scan the item. And I'm scanning this GS1 code 128. Sorry, I think the background of the label also was scanned. Yeah, now everything is okay. And you may see on the top of the screen, the blue line with the item number exactly. And also on the bottom of the screen, you can see the quantity that's the quantity for receiving items, which my phone find from the barcode. As you remember, I've shown you the settings auto submit, and if I'm going to use it with the yes, then I'm automatically switch to the next screen. But I use the value no for it, so I have to slide this blue dot at the bottom to the right and switch to the next screen manually. And in this screen, I have to put two additional parameters. But because of this new feature in 10.35, I already have them. Those parameters are batch number and also expiration date. You may also see them on the blue line on the top of the screen, both of them. And again, I just have to switch this blue dot of the bottom to the right to confirm the receiving item. So that's it. I just have to scan barcode for the once time, and I've got 4 parameters with it without any wasting time, without anything else, without any possible to make any errors with scanning. So this is it with the demonstration with the Dynamics 365 with the Warehouse mobile application 2. And now I'm going back to the presentation. One second, I will share it again. Please let me know if you can see it already.
Just a minute, loading.
Loading, I'll be waiting. Can you now?
I see multiple field scanning.
Yeah.
Multiple field scanning, right?
Slide, yes.
Yes, so everything's fine. This is the last slide from my side to summary up. I'd like to say that this new feature is not something like a game changer, but it's pretty exciting and can be very helpful if you're using or have plans to start using warehouse management mobile application for your warehouse management processes. It can really lead to reduce time spent and to cut risks of human error. Yeah, as I already told, this is it from my side. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions, and I can see that, yes, you already have, please ask them in the chat section. I'll be glad to answer. And now, Andrew, you're back. And yeah, I think you will provide a little bit more exciting information. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. So, and the final feature that we would like to introduce is Microsoft Dynamics 365 Copilot. It's an artificial intelligence product that can provide interactive and powered assistance across business functions. It was introduced on March 6th, but for the very first time. On June 16th, Microsoft announced its compatibility with Dynamics 365 project operations and Microsoft Dynamics 365 finance and supply chain management. From Dynamics 365 project operation perspective, Copilot can help to drastically reduce the time spent on project status reports, task planning, and risk assessments. As a result, project managers can create new project plans for new engagements in minutes instead of hours, simple by describing the details of the project in natural language. To ensure project success, Copilot can also be used to identify risks and suggest mitigation plans on a continuous basis. For example, the project manager can prompt Copilot to search across all open projects to identify common project risks that can derail a project, such as significant delays or budget overruns. From Dynamics 365 financial perspective, Copilot can help collection managers to quickly assess credit and payment history so they can prioritize and personalize customer communications, which would help increase successful collection rates and proactively keep customers in good standing. From Dynamics 365 supply chain perspective, Copilot can help to proactively highlight external issues such as weather, financial, and geography that may affect key support chain processes. It can help procurement teams to handle changes efficiently and access the impact and risk to help optimize procurement decisions. Predictive insights can surface impacted orders across materials, inventory, carrier, distribution network, and more. As a result, procurement professionals and buyers can change ordered quantities, delivery dates, or product deliveries respectively. And then they can automatically draft an email generated by Copilot to notify the impacted partners and to mitigate potential disruptions before they happen. Currently, Microsoft Dynamics 365 Copilot is in the preview program and it's not available for customers. We expect that more information will be available during the Microsoft Inspire conference in the end of July. So we are looking forward to news and information from Microsoft, and we will be glad to share all the innovations we learned about. If you would like to know the latest news, we will be pleased to see you at our next webinars. So, Lana, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And yes, thank you. I want to also to highlight that you can look at our previous webinars on our YouTube channel about March, April, and June release. And I understand that we have no time. By the way, I also want to share with you some more materials about new features.